Hey guys, Sunday, May 22nd, 2022. Yesterday it was hot. It was over 90 degrees, and the horses were actually spending much of their day in the run-in. And I know they don't like the run-in because they're only in there when it's hot. Pouring rain, snowstorms, blizzard winds, they're never in there. So I decided to come into the woods, which they don't really have any tree cover anywhere in their pasture. A little spot in the part that I made when we got that last snowstorm. But for the most part, they don't really have any wooded area to retreat to in, the warm temperatures. So I was building probably a 75 by 100 area into the woods, so they had all the tree shade and little retreat from the bugs and so forth. And I stumbled across these, pretty sure they're wild leeks, ramps. I think these are, and I'm no expert, so don't take my advice on anything here that I do, on this particular variety. I believe this is I think they pronounce it Burdickii, and it doesn't really have a lot of purple on the stems. I know the lily of the valley, and there's another, maybe even two more poisonous lookalikes. But I saw these and I got all excited, so I thought I'd bring you along now that I have time to come out here and play and see exactly what I've got. And it's not a very big patch, and it's towards the end of May. So they're getting tired of growing. They did their thing, I guess. I do see on one or two of them a flower stalk coming up. Today it's like right now 84 degrees. It's only 12 o'clock, so it's been hot. They look wilty and sad. We haven't had a lot of rain in the last week or so, although it's supposed to storm this afternoon. I see some of them in the distance there. They're kind of yellowing. So I think in direct sunlight with the heat and the dryness, I think that they're suffering. But I want to find out if these are the Burdickis, and I'm going to dig one up, take a look at the root. Hopefully there's going to be a big white bulb at the end, and if that's the case, then I'm going to harvest. You can do this sustainably. If you don't pull the bulb out of the ground, you can cut like the top third of the bulb off, cover it back up, and next year it will come back. The leaves are edible. The bulb, pretty much the entire plant is edible. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I've been working in the garden all morning, and I've been planting flowers for the wife and so on, so my hands are disgusting. It's not how I normally keep myself. So I'm going to take a piece off, and I'm going to smash it, and we're going to smell it, and that's going to be our first test. And it should have an onion garlicky smell, and it absolutely does. I could actually smell it before I even got it near my face, and it's a good smell. Yeah, I think we're in luck. I think we're safe here. So now this one is getting ready to flower, so I'm not going to mess with this one. Actually, this one is getting ready to flower as well. This one I don't see a flower shoot coming out of. The leaves look very correct. They start off narrow, get broad, and then get narrow again. So let us go ahead and sacrifice one, pull this up, and see if we have a big white bulb at the bottom. Yeah, and we do. Yeah, wow. That's a good sized bulb. Yeah, you see there's no purple on it like you would normally find on ramps or wild leeks. So that's what really makes me think this is one of the other varieties, the Burdickii. And I do think there's one more, although the name eludes me. I don't even have to cut into this to check the smell. I can smell it from here, and after crushing that leaf, it's very obvious. Here's one that's something pulled out. It's kind of weird. Most things don't like the smell of garlic and onions. So basically what I do with the variety that I know for a fact is the wild ramps is I'll pull the soil away from the plant, and then you can see the bulb. And like I said, these, if they are what I think they are extremely delicious. The leaves and so on. But I'm not going to waste a lot of your time. So what I would do in this case is dig it down about this far. I don't want to uncover any of the root. Then I have these Fiskars, these cutters. If you have these clowns sharpen the outside. This is razor sharp. Don't ask me how I know. This is serrated and very sharp as well. Again, don't ask me how I know. But I will cut these off about a third of the way down, and you can kind of tell. So you still have quite a bit. And this is more than enough for soups and salads and so on. And then cover this little piece back up with some dirt. And guaranteed next year it'll be back. As long as you don't damage the root in the bottom half of that bulb, yeah, you're good to go. So I'm not going to take you through me harvesting what I'm going to harvest today, but I will show you the end result. So we'll be back in a few. So this took me all of 3 minutes to do this, and covering up the bulb that remains with the root. Like I said, I definitely want these to come back next year. Being greedy and wiping them out will make it a one-time deal, and that's not cool. So I have more than enough here to make a nice pot of wild leek and potato soup. And once I verify, I do see some purple here and there. So I'm going to have to research this and see if it changes with age, because it is kind of late. But yeah, this is more than enough to make a nice pot of wild leek and potato soup. And it's basically the same recipe that I showed in the video with the pork and leek soup. But yeah, I can't wait, because these things are, you know, you can pay up to 20 bucks a pound for these. These things are really good and sought after, so it's a no wonder that they're being cultivated into extinction. But I'm not going to let that happen on my property, not while I'm alive anyway. So I just thought I'd bring you along for this today. Beautiful, beautiful Sunday. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend and be safe, and we'll talk soon. Take care now.